Welcome to the finale of Rali de Itália-Sardenha 2011. It's been a pulsating contest with as many twists and turns as the Sardinian stages themselves. We've seen a masterclass from the world's best driver, but the chasing pack still have him in their sights. We have 66 kilometres of competitive stages still to run up in the Guluran Hills above the port city and rally base of Olbia. That's what stands between Sebastian Loeb and victory. These are the specials on the Sardinian menu from the final day. Those stages will culminate with the power stage, which has become a favourite with fans and drivers alike. There are championship bonus points up for grabs for top three on the stage. Many have made an impressive bow here in Sardinia, and we'll follow our featured driver Dani Sordo in his quest to get across the finish line. Yet again, Rally Sardenha has been an epic contest, and this one is far from over.
What do we have to do to win?
Pushing the limit.
Exactly.
It's been a rally of stark contrasts, like day and night, and for many, day one was pitch black. Jari-Matti Latvala rolled on stage one and retired by the end of stage two. Chris Meek made a bright start on his mini debut, but with the throttle jammed open, there was only ever one outcome. Henning Solberg's hopes went up in smoke, while Evgeny Novikov ignored his co-driver's warning and paid the ultimate price. Ahead of this day one demolition derby, Sebastian Loeb had built over a 30-second lead on Petter Solberg, Hirvonen and Ogier. Day two was less crash-bang wallop and more a masterclass from the seven-time world champion, disadvantaged by running first on the road and therefore sweeping away the loose surface gravel to reveal a racing line of grip for those behind. Loeb still charged into and maintained his lead with a vintage performance heralding a true return to form. By the end of the day, Mikko Hirvonen had closed the gap to just over 28 seconds, but he has to risk all today to reel in Loeb, as does Sebastian Ogier and Petter Solberg, who are just seconds behind. All they can do is drive flat out and hope Loeb makes a mistake. Unlikely, you may say, but it's happened here before in Sardinia, when Loeb was in exactly the same position. Confirmation of how it stands at the end of day two. Loeb's lead is significant, but Hirvonen, Solberg and Ogier will be confident they can catch him. Our featured driver, Dani Sordo, is in sixth and will be desperate to get his mini over the finish line. Dani stated before the event that a top five finish would be a dream start, but just to finish the rally in the points will be a positive.
The plan is try to finish the rally. Today is two really difficult stages and the power stage, and we will try to arrive at the end.
This is how they start on day three. Sebastian Loeb leads the pack off the line, but the Frenchman and his DS3 are being hunted by the Ford of Mikko Hirvonen, Sebastian Ogier and the man who never gives up, Petter Solberg. They're followed into the stages by Norway's Mads Osberg, our featured driver Dani Sordo in the Mini and Britain's Matthew Wilson. Jari-Matti Latvala starts down in 8th after his day one woes, with Evgeny Novikov closing out the top 12. It's a slightly cooler Sardinian morning that greets the drivers at the start of day three. That hasn't knocked the fans' enthusiasm though, and it certainly hasn't knocked Sebastian Loeb's. The world champion is road sweeping today and has to push to the absolute limit if he's to take victory here this weekend. And this is the man he's running from. Mikko Hirvonen has no time to waste settling into a rhythm this morning. It has to be 100% from the word go if he stands any chance of catching Loeb. He certainly looks quick through there, using every inch of the road to carry as much speed as possible. Approaching the end of the stage now. Keep an eye on the clock in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Through the red boards, and that's a good start to this final day for Mikko, 3 seconds quicker than Sebastian.
Mikko, that's a good start to the morning, but is it enough?
We'll find out. I'm sure Ogier and Petter, they are pushing like hell behind me, so I need to do the same. But I think
Stage went pretty well, so let's see how they do.
In this power stage dress rehearsal, Sébastien Ogier is just 6.3 behind Mikko at the start of the day, and that Ford Fiesta is the car he needs to beat. Those red boards fast approaching. Watch the clock. Eight-tenths slower through the stage, and now Ogier is falling back into the clutches of Solberg. This really is anyone's guess in Sardinia. Petter began the day just 7.2 behind Ogier, but he is running a new damper setup. Let's look at the clocks to see if it's worked. No, it hasn't. He's definitely slower than Ogier. That's a poor start for the Norwegian. He has to improve on that performance if he's going to break into the podium positions. Our feature driver, Danny Sordo, still running in the new Mini, but struggling for traction this morning. He'll have to make some setup changes on the road section to the next stage if he's to make it into the top 5. So that's how things stand as we head into the final 2 stages before the all-important power stage. Sebastian Loeb readying himself to release his DS3 into the stage. He can't afford to ease off now. The pressure's on the Frenchman and he must be feeling it.
Et attention, droite préhentielle pour 60 mètres, droite en plus, mi tard.
Mikko Hirvonen flying over that jump. He said at the end of day 2 he still believed he could win this rally. But mistakes like that won't help his cause. Overshooting that junction is going to cost him time, and that's something he simply cannot afford to lose at this stage of the day. Sébastien Ogier will be looking to capitalise on Mikko's mistakes with a big push through these stages. That's a huge bang from inside the car. He's slowing down to take a look at something. Clearly something not right on that Citroën. He got going again, but lost over a minute to his campaign.
Oh, hello. Sebastian, you're taking a very good look at things there. What's happened?
We broke the suspension.
Petter Solberg won't know about Ogier's woes ahead of him, so he now lies 3rd, and well and truly in the hunt for 2nd place. How does his time compare with Mikko's?
5 right plus, slight left.
He's quicker. He's much quicker. What a drive. Now the battle's on. Petter just 1.3 seconds behind Mikko going into the power stage.
Ogier's got a suspension problem. You're now just 1.3 seconds behind Hirvonen.
Everything is possible. The car is not absolutely perfect. I'm working hard to get the times, but I did some adjustment before this. It's a good time.
Further back, Mads Osberg has been having a steady morning down in 5th. Not anymore. A misheard pace note that caused Mads will be lucky to get away with that one. As Mini's Chris Meek looks on, his teammate and our featured driver Danny Sordo readies himself to get into the stage. He's been struggling for traction all weekend in that Mini. There's Chris and the rest of the team out to see how it's performing on the stages. Certainly looked neat and tidy through that section. As ever, Matthew Wilson has been keeping it clean throughout the day down in 9th as he attacks the rocky stages here in Sardinia. Once again, Matt has earned his name as Mr. Consistent. Well, this man certainly has not. A big roll on day 1 ended any chances of a win for Jari-Matti Latvala, but keep an eye on him through the power stage. He's got nothing to lose, so will be on an all-out attack for the extra points. But last-minute drama at the top after an ongoing appeal from Ford after a timing discrepancy from day 2. 4.5 seconds was taken from Mikko Hirvonen's overall time, increasing his gap back to Petter to 5.8 seconds. Just the power stage remains with extra championship points on offer. Join us after the break and we'll crown a rally winner in this exciting climax to Rally d'Italia. Welcome back to Sardinia. You've joined us at a pivotal moment of Rali d'Italia. One stage remains, the power stage. It's still all to play for. One mistake and it could all change at the top. The Gallura power stage takes in 8.2 kilometres of mountainous twists and turns. It's hard on the brakes and hard on the drivers. As we cross to Paul King and Julian Porter in the commentary box as they pick up Jari-Matti Latvala out on stage.
Here we go. This man is going to take some beating in this power stage. This is Jari-Matti Latvala. He was fastest through here in the first pass this morning, setting a time 6 minutes 28.9.
28.8 is the time to beat. Jari heads towards his hairpins at the downhill descent.
Yeah, Jari-Matti Latvala, as I said, will be absolutely desperate for these 3 championship points. He needs them. Yeah, he's going to slip adrift in the championship race with the it's so tight between those top 4, just 8 points separating them. Let's have a look at his time then.
16.6.
6.16.6. Back in the stage is Danny Sordo, and he's on course for that terrific 6th place finish. It's been quite a debut for the new WRC John Cooper Works. The mini team have had some teething problems, of course, with those throttle problems for his teammate Chris Meek, but Danny Sordo makes it through to the end of the stage, 6 minutes 30. He won't trouble Jari-Matti Latvala's time. The next man to test himself against that benchmark is Petter Solberg.
Look at the way he comes round that, full on the handbrake to get the car round there. Petter on it, but not at the minute quick enough. Can he take a bit of time in this last section? I'm unsure. As I said, they've left service and come straight here, so it's all new tyres. There's nothing about people trying to save their tyres before they got here. This is full out speed and attack. But Petter, if you look over the weekend how much he's lost, that's what he'll keep bringing on. He's had a puncture, he's had a turbo pipe blow off. 40 seconds.
I don't think he can do this.
I'm not sure. No, he can't. No.
He's going to be slower than Jari-Matti. Let's see if he can get involved in the top 3 at least.
Jari's second half performance was amazing.
6.22 dead. Yep, he slots into 2nd place. 5.4 down on Jari-Matti Latvala.
So far, he's never had a 2nd place. He's only had 1/3 in the power stage.
Anyway, back in the stage, Sébastien Ogier, our winner of the last power stage back in Jordan, and the winner of the overall round in the Middle East, of course, the closest ever finish to a WRC round by just 0.2 of a second. But it's been a slightly under par performance by his high standards he's shown recently, hasn't it, this weekend?
Again, the car just cutting in now on those hairpins. Oh, we're seeing tighter on that one.
A couple of people, I think that's the same. And we've seen a couple of people sort of almost get up on 2 wheels as they tuck into the corner.
Just look how much road they're using, considering how narrow it is. They're using every inch of it.
Yeah. But obviously you don't want to go too far off the line. That's where the loose stuff is. Got to stay on those grippier, tight lines as much as you can. That's where they gain the speed.
Big slide there into that hairpin. And it's going to be tight.
16.6 the time to beat.
He's not going to gain anything overall. It's going to be 4th overall.
Going to be slower. 680.3. Yeah, big smile from Jari and Mika. But Ogier slots into 2nd place. Back in the stage, Mikko Hirvonen.